Here with reaction, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Ron Johnson said Mitch McConnell doesn't speak for the caucus. I watched your interview on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace, and you pretty much said the same thing, Lindsey. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I did some research today. I didn't find a whole lot of fight in Mitch McConnell or John Thune, for that matter, when it came to Crossfire Hurricane. Few comments here and there. They were mostly missing in action for that 3-year battle. I didn't hear either one of them really go after Kamala Harris, Chuck Schumer, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, or Maxine Waters either. Not particularly happy with the double standard myself.
Well, yeah, number one, Senator McConnell's speech Saturday, I don't think is widely shared view of President Trump by most Republicans. But remember, you said you're a conservative. A Democratic majority in the House and the Senate with a Democratic president is a nightmare for the pro-life movement, for the Second Amendment. We're going back to open borders and asylum seekers and going to have a very weak foreign policy. President Trump's statement today in response to what McConnell said Saturday is very predictable. I remind everybody, Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment was, don't speak ill of fellow Republicans. Why do people like President Trump so much in the Republican Party? He was a damn good president. He rebuilt the military. He brought order to chaos at the border. He cut our taxes. He put ISIS, destroyed the caliphate, put Iran in a box, and put 3 great Supreme Court justices on the Supreme Court and hundreds of conservative judges throughout the federal judiciary. But I want you to know this. Mitch McConnell was indispensable to Donald Trump's success. Mitch McConnell got the tax cut through, a massive tax cut, with a 2-vote Republican majority. Mitch McConnell is much to credit for Amy Coney Barrett as any single person. Mitch McConnell, working with Donald Trump, did a hell of a job. They're now at each other's throat. I'm more worried about 2022 than I've ever been. I don't want to eat our own. President Trump is the most consequential Republican in the party. If Mitch McConnell doesn't understand that, he's missing a lot. But my beef is not with Mitch McConnell because he has the same policy views I do. My beef is that we need to knock this off. Kevin McCarthy is the leader of the House Republicans. He's taken a different approach to President Trump. I would advise Senator McConnell to do that, as to President Trump. In that poll, you own the Republican Party, my friend, but 55% of the people wanted you impeached and removed. You are the hope of the future of conservatism, President Trump, but we got to make some changes to get back to White House in 2024 and have a Republican majority and the Senate and the House in 2022. I believe the Democrats are doing all they can to help us. We just need to help ourselves.
Look, the establishment wing of the Republican Party, you can look at it, say, through the Lincoln Project, for example. They don't seem, but again, putting stylistic issues aside, the agenda of Donald Trump was a conservative's dream. And he kept the promise, fought every day, and got it accomplished. And it's not easy to get that much accomplished in 4 years. Anybody would recognize that. What bothers me, though, is if the people that are throwing the first punch here are the establishment Republicans. Right. And if they have their way, Donald Trump supporters, be gone. And they think that they'll take control. Now, I think Donald Trump he's been able to wake a lot of people up to how it needs to get done in Washington, because the old style is gone, and I'd rather be battling socialism, Joe's radical New Green Deal, and everything free, and destroying the economy, and weakness with Israel and around the world. I'd rather fight them and align where we can align, and if we agree 80% of the time, that's fine.
Sean, I hope people listen to what you just said. I'm going to go to the border Thursday and Friday. And I'm going to report to you next week on your show, if you'll have me, the disaster in the making because Biden's changing all of Trump's policies about remaining in Mexico, going back to the old asylum law. We're going to have a run on the border like you've never seen. Again, Mitch McConnell was indispensable to President Trump in getting the judges on the court, getting a major tax cut through in a very narrow Senate majority. But what I would say to Senator McConnell, I know Trump can be a handful, but he is the most dominant figure in the Republican Party. We don't have a snowball's chance in hell of taking back the majority without Donald Trump. If you don't get that, you're just not looking. He was a hell of a president on all the things that conservatives really believe in. It was a consequential presidency. I'm sorry what happened on January the 6th. He'll get his fair share of blame. But to my Republican colleagues in the Senate, let's try to work together. Realize that without President Trump, we're never going to get back in the majority. And to President Trump, you're going to have to make some changes for you to reach your potential. Now, at the end of the day, we're going to hang separately, or we're going to hang together as Republicans.
I want to see him use the same type of indignation, outrage against the language of Schumer, Kamala Harris, Maxine Waters. And guess what? We haven't seen it. And if he's not going to do that, he's not in a position to lead anybody. All right, Lindsey Graham, thank you.